So welcome everybody. I'm Fiona McCarthy. I'm one of the deputies here at St Paul's. So what we're going to look at tonight is the information for parents of second years who are moving into S3. You should be able to see the presentation on the screen, and so therefore I will just sort of work my way through that as well. Currently, all fourth year pupils sit 6 national qualifications at either a National 3, a National 4 or a National 5. In third year, our pupils study 8 subjects across all of the curriculum areas. Because third year is still the broad general education, pupils need to develop their skills in all the curriculum areas, but also apply these skills across different curriculum areas. So when you should have by now received the option choice book via your child, with the option choice sheet that goes with it. If you haven't, then you can make a wee comment into the chat and I will make a note and arrange to get it emailed to you. The guidance teachers have handed them out and have handed out the option choice sheets as well. And I'll go through the process of how we then get these back. You'll see on the option choice sheet that each curriculum area is there and they're asked to choose 1 in each curriculum area, and then there are 2 free choice items. The subjects that they choose in third year is including preparation for their choices in S4. So pupils need to ensure that they choose the subjects they wish to continue through to certification. As many of the subjects will do some National 3, some National 4 evidence while they're in S3, so that they've got that ready and are more aware of whether they're going into National 5, they're carrying on with National 4 work and so on when they move into S4. So it's the 8 subjects they choose will be reduced down to 6 in fourth year, and then when they're going through the senior phase, you can work your way through the senior phase, and there may be a time that they'll pick up a third year subject that they dropped again, and pick it up again in 5th or 6th year if they wish to do so. I'm seeing a couple of chats, but Mrs. Smalls answered these, so that's fine. Throughout first and second year, departments have used various types of assessment to ensure each pupil is continuing to make progress in their learning. And when you get a report will show their CFE level. Now, most pupils should be aiming to work towards a level 3 by the end of S3. So in S1, S2, there's probably not a huge amount of change from the level 2 they achieved in primary 7, and they'll stay probably working at 2, but on track to achieve level 3 by the end of S3. So the level is there in the report, but also your report that you received should have a comment in it, in the comment section, making a recommendation about progress into S3. So you've got a parents' night on the 21st of February, which is next week, and you should all have received invites for that parent night via School Cloud. The parents' night is in person in St Paul's, but you make your appointments using the School Cloud system. And that will be in your emails. If again anybody is struggling to make appointments using the School Cloud system, if you phone the school office, obviously during the school day, they are happy to organise and arrange appointments for you for that parents' night. That gives you the opportunity to go and speak to the teachers that your child is thinking of taking for their third year subjects. And I would say to make them the priority for your appointments. So if they want to, obviously everybody's got to take English and maths in, so you would go and see them. But the other subjects, they're saying, oh, I would like to take art rather than music. So then you would go and see the art teacher, but possibly not need to go and see the music teacher if they were fairly convinced of that. Yes, parents can attend, yes, pupils can attend with their parents to the parents' evening. It sometimes makes it easier for finding your way about to finding the different teachers. And it also allows them to ask questions about their choices and about the move into third year as well. Okay, so go on to the next one. That gives you a picture of what the option choices look like. So as I said, you would choose one of the sciences, one of the social subjects, one of the creative and expressive, and one of the technological. There's then the column with everything in it, everything, you know, all of the subjects from all of these areas in it, and you would then choose 2 from that. We recommend a maximum of 2 subjects per curriculum area. Now, we often get the question, oh, can they not do the 3 sciences? And they can. And, you know, we would try to accommodate that. It's not always possible, but usually we manage to fit that in, should they wish to do so. But what we would say is it doesn't always work when they then move into 4th year, because if they've got maths, English, 3 sciences, they've really only got one other thing. And although the universities will require the 3 sciences, they don't need to have them all at higher level. If they've got 2 of them at higher level, they're usually able to try and crash another at higher level in 6th year or 5th year if they need to do so. So what we would, you know, we would recommend usually to only doing 2 out of each curriculum area. But if you want to put in the 3 sciences, then you obviously can do so. Modern languages are there in French and German, and they can be chosen as one of the options should you wish to do so there as well. You've got, as I say, the option choice booklet. It's got information on every subject and the progression from that. I just get a booklet of there. So this looks like this. And in each page, it's got a description of the subject and what sort of things progress you would go on, and which subjects you would go on to progress onto after the 3rd year course. The 2nd year reports were issued quite a while away in December. So you can look at these, but again, a lot of your discussion will now be next week at Parents' Night on the 21st of February. Pupils are discussing these option choices in their PSE classes with their guidance teachers, and the booklets are on the app and the school website. They were emailed along with the information for the Parents' Night, but again, I'm happy to email out to anybody that needs them. You met with guidance teachers in December as for their learning and achievement days. There was a short discussion with pupils and parents in December as well, and that was to look at their progress. There isn't then another meeting for you to meet with guidance teachers to discuss their choices. So what I would suggest is also on the Parents' Night, you may want to try and book an appointment with the guidance teacher. Now, they will be down there as the PSE teacher, and you can do that to discuss choices. However, I think if you've got the information from the Parents' Night, you've had a lot of discussion with your child's been discussing it in school. If you have discussed it, are happy, you have the choice form, you sign the choice form, and the pupils then return them to their guidance teachers. They have been told any time after the 21st of February, so after Parents' Night, but they have to be handed back to their guidance teacher by the 15th of March. If you do need an extra discussion with the guidance teacher, you know, please feel free to phone to try and to make an appointment, or even by email. Most of the guidance teachers will be happy to email back and forward any discussion that's needed there, and we're happy to facilitate any meetings that are needed. But the pupils should be able to, along with yourself, just hand the forms in by the 15th of March. Please make sure that the pupils are making informed choices. They really shouldn't be choosing the subject, oh, my pal's doing that one, I'm going to do that one. They can use their My World of Work programme, again, that they've looked at in PSE. They can be thinking about, oh, do you know, I think I'm quite interested in this type of job. I think I would do these. they can, you know, can do a bit of research into what's needed for these. But to be fair, lots of pupils in second year do not have a clue what they want to do when they leave school. So making as broad a choice as possible is the best advice that I can give, so that choose subjects that they're good at, that they're doing well in, that they have an interest in, and they're the subjects that they can then take on into their qualifications. And, you know, making sure that they can making the choices for the right reasons. Because Mrs. Small has put the link to the My World of Work option choice tool into the chat. So if anybody wants to use that, you're welcome to use that. One of the things that I would say is once we get all the option choices back, they're put onto the system, you will see, for instance, that, you know, everybody chooses a science, but I only have 7 science teachers, which is 140 places basically. So not everybody can go to science at the same time. So once we've got all the options in, what I do then is we will then sort it into columns, so that you know, I can accommodate the 200 pupils that are in second year into every column for subjects. So some will do the sciences and some will be doing social subjects at that time, and that sort of thing. So there may be a point where, you know, or in the last 2 columns, there may be a point where somebody's chosen something, but there's only 4 or 5 people chosen that subject in that place. And I can't get any more moving them from a different column to there. So therefore, it will not run. If we do not have more than 10 people signing up for a subject at that point, then it won't be able to run. So there are quite a few, you know, occasions, not many, but a few occasions when we would come back to some of the second years and say, right, okay, we fitted 7 of your subjects in, there's 1 of them we can't fit in, can you re-choose? Here's what's available in that column, and we would ask them to re-choose. That will all be in place and done before the Easter holidays. So there will be things that, you know, there may be discussions then with their guidance teacher or with myself to then look at what needs to be rechosen, depending on once the columns are all put into place. So it's now over to yourself for questions. You can either click your mic on and ask questions, or you'll see that there's a chat bar that you can put up on the right hand side by clicking in the speech bubble at the top, and you can ask a question there and we're happy to answer that. But if there are any questions, I am happy to answer these. Miss Tirano, yes.
It seems like the kids are being told a different date for the courses to be handed in, the final decision to be made.
All right, what have they been told?
I'm not sure what date exactly, but Marissa has said to me that it's not the 15th of March. So I just wanted to confirm that it's definitely the 15th of March, that it's...
We're probably a bit more flexible on that, but I would say that once it can be in, a lot of them have handed them in early. Some of them are handed in early, but a lot of guidance teachers are saying wait and hand in later. I haven't had a big communication with guidance teachers, but you're saying we're told the 29th of February. That may be because guidance teachers are doing option choices with 2nd into 3rd years, 3rd into 4th years, 4th into 5th years, and 5th into 6th years. And they start to meet their 3rd into 4th years on the 28th of February. So it may be that they have said, get these in early so that they're then not having to chase them. So yes, some guidance teachers may have asked them in to be in by the 29th of February so that they can get them in to get done. But that's not a problem. If it's a wee bit later, then that's fine. I'll probably not be processing them right away on the 29th of February. Cheryl, you've got a question.
Yeah, my son never brought his choice form home.
Okay. What's the son's name, and I'll get it emailed out to you?
Connor Brooks Bailey.
Okay, Now, Connor is in the base.
Yes.
And so what we may be doing is having a slightly different conversation with yourself for the ones who are working down with Mrs. Shaw. So what I would say is, because what we do is we do have a provision for a number of the pupils there, and they will get a timetable for third and fourth year, really. So I'm sure Mrs. Shaw will be in touch, but I will ask her to make sure that she is in touch to confirm whether Connor will be making choices or working within the ESA.
That's grand, thank you.
Okay, no bother. Any other questions?
Nope.
Michaela.
Hi, I'm Amy Deasley's mum. Amy is in the base as well. So does that mean Amy doesn't get to choose what she wants to do in third year, that the teachers decide for her?
Well, what we've done is we've put together, it basically has science, social subjects, art. It has all of the different curriculum areas in for them in the last, and because they're working at a different level and it works at different times. I'm not sure, because I think Amy's mostly out in mainstream at the moment, so I'm not sure she's going to be ESA. I think she will be making her choices. But again, I've noted that I have to ask Carol to get in touch with you just to confirm, because I don't know which way. She's not my house, so I'm not sure what's happening for next year for Amy as well. But I will get Mrs. Shaw to be in touch. Okay, no problem. Thanks. Anybody else got any other questions? Nope. Is everybody happy with the fact that it's 8 subjects? 2 of them are English and maths, so there's really only a choice of six choices, which is why the option choice sheet really looks at 6 things. They do, of course, continue their PE, RE and PSE, 2 periods of PE, 2 periods of RE, 1 period of PSE, and that works throughout third year and into fourth year as well. What I would say is that, you know, the subjects that they choose in third year should be the subjects that they're taking through into fourth year. So they don't usually go, I've done biology through third year and then I'm going to just change to physics for fourth year. They'll have missed a huge chunk of learning and a huge chunk of the work if they did that. Now, what we would say is that they would only then be able to do a National 4 in fourth year, because all of the National 4 work that has been done by the classes in third year, they won't have. So that may be an option there. Slightly different in the social subjects, because a lot of the skills are transferable between the 3 social subjects. So it really does depend between subject area to subject area. But what we would recommend is that the subjects they choose in third year, they then reduce down to 6 for fourth year. Okay, anything else? Oh, Rachel, have you still got your hand up? Yes.
No, I've just put it up. Sorry,
right,
I don't know if can you explain how that all works then? Because I thought the subjects for S3 were for S3 and S4. I'm totally confused now and how it works.
So basically, they make the choices in third year, and that's 8 subjects. But when they move into fourth year, they go down to 6 subjects. English and math stays. So the subjects that they've chosen in third year, they might have, say, history, design and manufacture, the 6 different subjects. So when they then move into fourth year, they only take 4 of them forward. And in fact, some of them don't even take 4 of them forward. If they then choose a college link course, or they choose a different course in fourth year, you know, a related course in fourth year. So for instance, in home economics, the third year home economics touches on everything. But when you choose a course in fourth year for home economics, there are about 4 different home economics courses to choose, because there's early learning and childcare, there's fashion and textiles, there's practical cookery, and there's another one. What's the other one? There is another one, but I can't now think of it off the top of my head. So basically, you know, the course in 3rd year, taster for everything, but they then specialise once they move into 4th year. So they will make choices again at the end of S3 for going into S4. So it's different when we were at school and did our 2 years general and credit and so on.
Yeah, okay, yeah, no, thanks for that.
That's okay, no problem. Any other questions? Nope, that looks to be everybody. Again, if you do have any questions or you come off the call and you suddenly think, oh God, I forgot to ask that, just contact the school or contact the main office, and we will either reply by email. You can email me directly. I'm F McCarthy, 2 C's, 18 at dundeeschools.scot. Happy to answer any questions. And again, the school office would be very happy to answer any questions as well, or put you through to me, or your guidance teacher. We'll all be able to do that. Oh, there you go. Mrs. Moll's even put my email up on the chat. So thank you very much, everyone. And I hope I've answered at least some of your questions or made it a bit clearer for you on how we're going to go forward with their choices. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks.